All right. Finally, we're up and running. I swear, something always manages to figure out when I'm about to stream and then screw things up, make me come late. Sorry, everybody, for that. Whoops. Should be at everyone. Hang on. Get rid of those. All right. Sorry about that. Yeah, we should be good now, though. Oh, I do need to start. I don't have. Yep. I need to start GOG. I don't have that up right now. Let me grab this. If I double clicked and yeah, okay. I wasn't sure. It was a little weird. I clicked, but then like my mouse button slightly stuck before I clicked again, so I wasn't sure if it counted as a double click or not, but it looks like we're good. This is why is okay. It's being really slow. I'm not on VPN, so I don't know what the deal is, but okay, fine. Okay, as far as I can tell, we're good. Everything looks good. Hey, Kissa, welcome. Oh, I do not need to. Well, I'd have to change the URL. I won't worry about it. I need to change that back, though. I don't need to have those on every line. I only did that for the Captain Spirit game because real estate, there was a lot of like real estate space that I wanted to try to, or a lot of real estate space doesn't make any sense. There was real estate for this background with the screen and the cutscenes and stuff that I didn't want to interfere with. Okay. So I won't worry about it today, but I've changed that setting. So next time we stream, when we actually stream on Halloween, it'll be the what do you call it? Can't think. The chat will be better. I never remember where this is supposed to be. I've said this every time, but for some reason it just does not stick in my brain how far over I need to shift that for when I play the game. So I guess we'll find out. That's not too bad, but it is a little bit off. Okay, so I'm there. Okay, hang on. And I realize it's not showing anything. I'm trying to reposition things first. So give me a second here. Was with the that. So I want that far. Something like that, I think, is what I want. Okay, oops. Slightly over. Let me go back to this, and let me turn that on. Okay, now, whoops, that's not what I want. Hang on. Do that is what I want. Okay, now if I go back to the game, hopefully it's shifted correctly. I am hearing sound. I wonder why the music suddenly stopped. It's weird. Like you could hear that, right? When I do that. Like I go back, I go, whatever, save. Oh, and now the music starts. Weird. Okay, that's fine. Then I would know what's happening. Yeah, I apologize. My toilet backed up right before the stream started, so that was fun. But we're here. I've got it. I've got that taken care of, and we're here, so we're good. Just a bit later, much later than I expected to be. So sorry about that. Yeah, I will Did I not give the new YouTube link? I thought I did. No, you have it, right? You got the new YouTube link from Discord, right? I think so. Should have. Anyway, but yeah, it's a new link. It's not the same one as last time. Okay, so what do I want? Yes, I know that's an automatic save game. I don't care. 9 was the last one I did, or did I do a 10? Hang on. Let's see. Yeah, because this is yep. This is the bar. What was more like an inn or whatever was changed to a tavern after all the events happened and it shut down. And this is what's his name, the brother of the guy that works in the museum, this is the guy that had the chili stand or whatever it was exactly. Yeah. Okay. Yep, so I think that's where we are. Yeah, Bobby, that's his brother's name. Tom is the guy that owns the bar, that's right. That was doing the chili stand. I couldn't remember the names, so. Okay. Let's just examine as we go. Let's see, dartboard.
If I remember correctly, darts was invented here in England. Or was it Ireland? The Brits seem to have a talent for coming up with all these weird games and sports. Golf, billiards, soccer, darts, and all those crazy horse sports.
Crazy horse sports, huh? I don't know. Take a lot of skill, honestly. But that's fine, I guess.
A map of the surrounding district. Looks like the places where the murders took place are marked on it, too.
So we're not... I knew we weren't going to grab the map, but he's not going to say anything more. At some point, because we had, with Biddeford... Oh, no, we have the picture postcard, that's right. So we don't need... Probably don't need the other, I guess. Yeah. Typical bar music, yeah. Honestly, this sounds more like back east United States music, like the Appalachian range and stuff. Okay.
Well, I'm no beer glass expert, but these glasses don't look all that British. I've seen glasses like that in pictures of the Munich Beer Festival. Maybe Tom likes German beer. And likes to serve it German style, too.
That was it. Huh. Such a wonderful observation. So useful. Maybe. I mean, maybe it somehow ties into something with Tom with Germany and something later on. I don't know, but I'm not going to hold my breath for that. I wouldn't expect so.
One full ashtray. Tom seems to have another hobby, apart from drinking.
Photos? Hey, Faux Fox, welcome.
Photos of famous celebs who visited the pub. Impressive. Even the Lord Mayor's been here.
Should I start saying, Faux will knock your fox off? Ha ha! Ha! See what I did there? Ha ha! I'll see myself out. Nothing up here. Okay. Shelves, no. I don't see other things, objects to click, so let's, I guess, just talk to the tourists. Oh, for a second I was waiting for dialogue, but it's down here. I see.
Did you see the ghost?
There are no ghosts. We searched the castle thoroughly.
At least the garden.
No ghosts.
I thought so. Have you seen anything else interesting?
Yes, we were allowed to look at the castle today. That was really great. The ruins are totally creepy.
But the chili we ate was even better. It was the most delicious I've ever eaten. The trip was worth it for that alone.
Oh. I should try that too. Well, enjoy the rest of your holiday.
Thank you, you too.
I know we got chili and gave it to Bobby from Tom's stand. Yeah, I guess we never actually tried the chili ourselves, did we? I think he felt like it was some small town thing and so probably wasn't very good or something. I don't remember what he said about that. I personally would think it'd probably have maybe potentially a greater chance to taste good. The people in small towns that do stuff like specialize in a type of food usually, not always, I'm not going to say pretend like it's always the case, but very often they really specialize. Like it's like a blue ribbon winner for the whole state kind of a thing or something. Is that why it's kiss a K? Because you're just kissing all the time? Kissy, 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 kissy. Is that what's going on? That's a bit much. You might overwhelm somebody with that, kiss it.
I wouldn't know what to talk about with these two.
Okay. I guess we have the bubble because we'll probably maybe talk to them later after we learn something else or whatever.
A pinball table. Like everything else around here, looks a bit secondhand.
Okay. I guess it's just Tom and Bobby for now.
I don't feel any need to talk to the guy.
Or just Bobby.
I don't know what I could ask him at the moment.
So we came in here because there might have been something and it looks like there's nothing, I guess. Bottles, but I don't think we're going to find anything in here. Doesn't seem like it. Unless we can go over here maybe, I don't know.
At first glance, it looks like there's plenty of alcohol. Look closer and you can see that nearly all the bottles are empty. I wouldn't be surprised if Tom's his own best customer. Mainly English, Scottish, and Irish specialties. Whiskey, gin, and so on.
Okay. Oh, well, I'm just teasing anyway. That's good to know, though. Well, like, at least a lot of people, if not everybody these days, but like a lot of people know my real name is Kevin. Okay, so... yeah, can I go over here or anything? No, right? No, there's nothing. Whoops. So I guess this is just nothing right now. I was thinking because it was open at night, where it's not open during the day, maybe we'd have more, but I guess not right now. Just make sure there's nothing I've failed to click on. Yeah. Yeah, like I said, almost everybody knows that almost everybody who's been with my channel, whether it's streaming or the uploads or whatever, for any length of time, more than maybe a month, generally knows that that's my name. Not a month, that's exaggerating, but like 6 months or more probably, and you'll know that that's my real name. Yeah, Zexor is a handle I've used online for quite a while. Yeah, I guess that's it for here for now. I don't know. Okay, let's see what else is around. It's at night, so we might have more things available versus what we had before. Just the tramp, but he just says something about you didn't give me money. I don't remember what it was. He wanted... Was it he was warning us at first? That might have been it. He might have been giving us a warning. I can't remember what he said. And then we... told him to get lost, and I don't really know. There's nothing really from there. Going over to Willow Creek, I wouldn't imagine I'd want to get into that bakery on the corner. That's probably totally shut. So obviously we want to get back in the museum, but I'm trying to think how we're going to manage. Well, let's head that way anyway and see, I guess. My name is Inglefort Denonigan. Something. Just make something up. I don't know. Where's the beam about? Why would we look at that? That's weird.
There would have been a pulley attached to that girder in the past to lift goods into the storage space under the roof. For a bakery, that would mostly be flour.
Yeah. Did we just miss looking at that during the day? I don't remember that being available, but maybe that's all it was. I just never examined that. Yeah, I don't, okay. But anyway, back over to the bridge is more what I was interested in, really. Don't want to go over here. There's nothing going to be... I don't think there's going to be anything over there I want. Let me look, but I'm pretty sure there's not going to be anything here I want during the night. Because I can't talk to Tom here. He's in the bar, obviously. And I'm not going to, like, make myself a bowl of chili or anything. There's nobody else here to buy chili from or something. It doesn't make sense, I don't think, at night. Yeah. When I first started my YouTube channel, people wanted, like, well, not everybody, but a few people wanted really badly to know my real name, and I was leery to give it at the time. I mean, I still have not given people my full name, which I won't, and I've not told them like intimate details, like where I'm located and stuff, just because I don't want, like, I don't have a problem with you guys knowing that, but there are people online, right, that could use it for something at some point, and I don't want to risk that, so I just keep that stuff private-o. But I'll tell you, I mean, I try to be as real with you guys as I can be. Like, something, if I like a game or not, I'll let you know how I feel about things in real life, like certain social things and stuff. I try to let you know from time to time. My channel's not about like social discussion and stuff, really, so when it applies, I'll let you know. But anyway, yeah, so if that's gonna be locked. But over here is, yeah, to go to the hotel. So I obviously have to do something. Yes, I can't go behind here. It just thinks I want to go over here if I go too far over. Oh, you know what? Hang on one sec. For some reason, this is not scrolled down. There we go. That was not scrolling down. Why are you not scrolling down today? That's so dumb. It normally does. Yeah, now it's scrolling. I do not know why. That was weird. That was unexpected and unintentional. Sorry about that. Yeah, there's the Keven, the imposters that pretend to be Kevins, but really are not. That's right. Yeah. Yep. And that's the only reason, obviously. I don't have a problem with you guys. Yep. Exactly. And obviously I worry about myself too, but I mean, if they get to me, they could always spread and get to my family and stuff. It's just a big mess, right? I don't want to deal with any of that, let alone put anybody else at possible risk, so... It's not completely so, but Kevin is one of those names that either already exists in some other languages, like there's been enough history of the name that it like actually made its way to other languages some, or there are equivalents So, like, I had a roommate from Beijing at one point, and this is back when I was in college. He was with me for, I think about 8 months or something in the apartment where I was. And he tried to teach me Mandarin. And he thought I did really well with the little time that I had. I learned some Mandarin, right? I mean, they're the obvious easy things like, well, I need you, I will, right? I love you, do you love me? Um, but anyway, so he taught me Mandarin, right? And I'm not fluent. I know a few things, but not nearly enough to be even conversational generally. Anyway, but he was impressed enough with how quickly I was picking up stuff he was teaching me that because somebody, I don't know if it's a tradition for all of people from China to do this or just some of them like to do it. I don't know. But he said that it's not uncommon for people from China, like he himself, to give people a Chinese equivalent name, right? You give them a name that represents who they are, but also represents what they mean to people and stuff and their impression of them and stuff. Anyway, and so he gave me the name Kuwan, which literally means overcomes language. And Kuwan is similar to Kevin, of course. So, Kuwan. So, that's an example where it's not actually in the language, but that you can get an equivalent to, depending on what you're doing and stuff. So, and then there are languages where there already exists, like in French, Kevin, Spanish, Kevin. Not common, but they do exist.
Although it's always raining here, that barrel is almost empty.
Yeah.
Seems to have a leak somewhere.
Yeah, okay, so this is not... Oh, he's not even going to click it again. Oh. Why would I want to fill that with water, though? I need to get in here. I can't imagine filling this with water will help me fulfill that objective. I might have to click on the door before he says something. I was thinking I was going to go down a back alley, but this does not go, and I don't see anything here to go around behind to try to get in that window that he opened earlier on. So, let me just click on the door and see what he says.
Locked up.
You open a window a little bit, a creepy person will figure out how to come through your door. Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Honestly, there are some people you're just like, dude, why is your life mission to be as creepy as you possibly can be? I do not understand that. Not to mention, it repels people. So I guess if your goal is to have all people go away from you, but otherwise, I don't know why you would do that. Even then, I don't understand that mentality of not wanting anybody to be near you, but at least I can understand that there's a motivation if you do that. I don't see anywhere in here where I'm gonna... Okay, so... how am I supposed to try to get in there at night? Willow Creek, over the side with the pub. This side. But that's just generally, and he's not going to go there anyway because I can't go back there when I'm not on the map. So I think that's nothing. Whitewood, Gordon's Palace. I didn't realize this is somewhere I could go now. I guess I could click it and see if anything happens. Oh, no. No, this is the hotel. I see. This is the hotel. Yeah. I was thinking this was the castle for a second. And I was like, wait, what? No, this is the hotel. Oh, it explains what happens at each place, too. Henry found drowned in a fountain. William fallen from tower on railing spike. So William was the first, then Henry. Okay, then yeah. Then it was Vic. Mauled by wolves in the stone circle, but I mean honestly, he wasn't killed by wolves. That's just the wolves got there after he was dead. Then it was Dr. Herman killed at his own place, and then finally Robert was taken out by Samuel. Yeah. I mean, there's Willow Creek and there's Gordon's Palace. I don't see anywhere else I can go. So I guess go back to the palace and see if there's anything at the hotel. Oh, there we go.
Hello, Miss Valley. It's a small world.
Darren, nice to... yes, who'd have thought it?
Is everything all right?
Me? Yes, why? I mean, why not?
You seem a bit nervous.
Oh, no, I'm just with Murray about... I just see ghosts. It's just the 12 years, you understand.
No.
And how could you? You aren't... I mean, every 12 years... Every 12 years, something terrible happens. In the village, in the castle, in the forest. Dreadful things.
Miss Valley, can I somehow...
Oh, oh no. Please excuse me. It's just that a lot has happened recently, and I thought... Never mind.
No. What did you think? And what's it got to do with this 12-year cycle?
It's got nothing to do with you, fortunately. I have to go.
Miss Valley,
She did pause briefly,
What's
whether that
wrong
was
with her?
intentional or not.
She seems to have some serious problems. But so have I. Still no trace of Angelina. Perhaps I'll get some brilliant idea tonight.
But maybe we do something in the hotel, and then maybe Ms. Valley will be back at the library since she's the librarian. We should be there at night. I don't know.
Good evening, Murray. What have you got there?
A letter for your friend.
A letter for Angelina? Unlikely. Who knew that she was here?
But that's what's written on it. Miss Angelina Morgan, Gordon's Palace. It was posted somewhere very close to here. Yesterday, I would assume.
Will you give me the letter? It could be important.
Indeed, it could. Important for Miss Morgan.
Of course.
Give me the damn letter. I gotta...
You've got to restrain yourself, young man. This letter is addressed to Miss Morgan. And I'm not going to breach the sanctity of the post to...
Murray! Angelina has been missing since yesterday. No one in the village has seen her. Maybe she's been kidnapped. Have you considered that?
Perhaps she's on a day trip and doesn't want anything more to do with you. Have you considered that? I must think of the hotel's reputation. I'm not going to give you the letter.
But...
Is there anything else I can do for you, sir?
Thank you. You've done enough already.
I assume that noise was he was like locking the letter away so that we couldn't grab it off the counter or something.
There goes my night's rest. I've got to have that letter. It's gonna move things on. I can feel it.
Yeah, I mean, Wallace, right? You have, for example, in modern times, you have the famous, well, now it's probably, 15 years back, but you had the famous Wallace and Gromit series on television, right? The claymation, Wallace and Gromit. But Wallace, William Wallace, was the name of a famous Scotsman who tried to get Scotland their independence, right? So it happens decently well. I guess the way I should say it is it's not terribly uncommon to have a first name that could function as a last name. Martin is a good example. You can have, like, there's a Hollywood actor, he's decently old now, he's like in his late 60s I think, but Martin Short was a comedian. Anyway, Martin Short. But you have Steve Martin, for example. Two like Martins on both ways. They're both comedians. So right? Yeah. Yeah. I have a lot of random trivial knowledge. It's true. I think he wants to go to his room, does he?
There's nothing in my room that could help me in my search for Angelina.
Yeah, I didn't figure. I don't think there's anything left in her room.
Should I sit myself down in front of the TV and wait until I see ghostly messages from Angelina in the white noise? Maybe not.
He's doing his mocking superstitious beliefs thing. He only believes in, well, not even, he's not especially scientifically minded per se, but he only believes in scientific stuff. So anything that's not scientific, he mocks, basically. Whether he has a legitimate reason to mock it or not, which, I mean, depending on what it is, I suppose he could. Right? Some stuff, not everything that's not scientific is automatically true. Either.
Also, when I look inside again, the robe's completely empty.
I'm trying to remember what he said about the robe before. Didn't he say something about, like, it was odd that... There was something about it. I don't remember now. And I think I'm pretty sure we need the symbols on here, but he doesn't make the connection because I guess this is our map only and not also something we can use for clues for this. So we're going to have to find those elsewhere, I'm assuming. Because I already tried to, like, drag this and it doesn't go. And you right click or left click on it to travel. So I cannot pick it up and drop it here either. So there's no mechanic in the game to use that postcard in conjunction with this. So I have to find something else. I've already been in the toilet. I don't think there's going to be anything more in there.
I'm not gonna find anything interesting in the bathroom. The room is very small and it doesn't look like Angelina's left me a message.
You know, facts are only as valuable as they have use, right? They're not worthless. They just are worth varying amounts depending on how often and in what circumstances they are needed, right? If you're in space, right, trapped on a shuttle or something, knowing the way that gravity will affect, like if you let an object go and where it travels, like the lack of gravity, knowing how the trajectory is going to be and stuff is super important in that instance, right? You need to know how you can direct something to go where you need it to if you need to let go of it rather than keep it with you as you travel. But on Earth, that has no application, right? So it's here, not worth really much, right? So it just depends, right? I don't know, at least a couple of hours. I might go a little long. Not super long, but I might extend it to like 3 hours. I mean, tonight I'm going to sleep at 5 p.m. and it's 12:45 right now. So I would normally end at 2 p.m. So if I went to 3 p.m., I'd still like a couple of hours before I go to sleep to be able to eat dinner. I've not eaten dinner for me yet, even though it's like way early in the day for dinner normally. But for me, right, I've eaten breakfast and lunch, and I've eaten some, like, couple of snacks in the middle of the day, but I've not eaten dinner yet. So obviously at some point I need to end so that I can fix myself something to eat before I go to bed and stuff. But same here, the facts you should be known. No idea. You should know. Have no idea. Yeah. Yep. Super long better. Yeah, well, like I said, I do not think I'm going to go longer than 3 hours. I probably will go 3 or around 3, but I don't think I'm going to go much past 3 because I do need to do some other things before I go to sleep. Yeah, so each day I've been backing my time up, right? So tonight I go to bed at 5 p.m. my time. Tomorrow I go to bed at 4 p.m. my time. And Monday, the day before the Hallow stream, I go to bed at 3 p.m. my time. Then I wake up at 11 p.m. my time. That's a full solid 8 hours. And then I have an hour to make sure everything is in order before the stream starts. So I don't know what else I'm going to look at here. I feel like I've got to be missing something, but I don't know what. We were at Willow Creek and I didn't see anything else. He keeps getting a description from here, but I don't think anything's changed. Let's do it since we can click it.
A whole load of good books. But I don't know how they're supposed to help me in my search for Angelina.
Well, I would say, Faux Fox, first of all, it's not like I do not get tired to some degree, fatigued by doing it. I mean, it's not natural to back your sleep up all the time like that. So there is some degree of fatigue with that. Okay, so I will say that first of all. And then I also would say, more along the lines of how I do it, I basically, by backing up 1 hour every day, it's easier to do that for me than it is. There's nothing new here. I was thinking maybe the library or something would be open, but I don't see that. If I were to suddenly just the day before try to go to bed early or something, right? Backing up an hour earlier each time is done so that at least I'm as much accustomed to the change in time as possible so that I can get full sleep or as close to full sleep as I can before starting, go full 24 hours, and then get full sleep afterwards. That way I don't deprive myself of sleep, so it's a lot less damaging to my system than it would otherwise be. It's almost 10 p.m. there. Yeah, it's almost 1 p.m. here. So you are 9 hours later than I am. I'm in the Denver, Colorado time zone. So I'm not in Denver, but I'm in the Denver, Colorado time zone. So that could maybe give you some kind of an idea if you are trying to approximate how many hours difference and stuff. It's basically, you're probably UTC +2, right? And I'm UTC -7. So it's still closed. How on earth am I supposed to? Yeah, I could almost guarantee you if I tried on the 30th to suddenly, out of the blue, go to bed 8 hours early, I would not be able to fall asleep. Or if I did, I would only be able to sleep some and not very much. So there's no way I would get nearly close to 8 hours of sleep. And then I go 24 hours with very little sleep before starting. It's much easier to back it up a little bit at a time over the course of a week. Still not the easiest thing in the world. Like I said, I do have points where I am a little bit tired from doing so, but I don't see anything new here. I don't know. So we talked to Miss Valley, Vic's sister. I'm definitely missing something. Is there some combining I need to do here, maybe? None of those. Cannot really tell when the knife changes color. I don't think any of these are going to be used with the knife, but I'm going to click them because I cannot tell when it changes. It changes to a gray. I have no idea. So, I don't think there's anything to do with the message. Pretty sure it's all grayed out. Yeah, there's nothing there. This is probably also nothing, I think. It's possible, I had this thought, but I didn't stay there for the time being. It's possible that we're going to do something with Murray, where we basically give him... So whereas in Biddeford, we gave the guard the laxative, in here, in Willow Creek, we might give the Murray, the hotel manager / owner, this, and then he falls asleep. Especially if it's night already, maybe he'll fall asleep because it's already late and he's getting tired, and then, you know, we can do stuff when he's asleep. But, and this is for the cabinet, not for the front door. Okay, let's maybe do that. Let's try that. I don't know. I don't know what we'll do, how we'll be able to do it, but... There's nothing new out here at night, right? Nope. I do not see anything useful. Our good friend, the pile of leaves. Making friends at left and right everywhere we go. No, I don't think there's anything that way. So you have I is a cup of tea. How am I going to get him to turn away? So I could put the sleeping stuff in his tea. I don't want anything in the souvenirs. I've already got the only thing probably that I'm going to get from the postcards. I don't think I can even do anything with these, right? Yeah. There is that, but I don't know.
There's just one single match in the box. I ought to think carefully about what I could do with it.
Yeah, it's gray, so we're not going to put that in there. I guess he thinks he's being watchful or something. Could it is behind him? I don't think so. Oh,
That's it.
behind the pillar.
Sweet dreams.
Can I help you?
No. No thank you. I'm tired and I'm gonna go to bed now.
Very well.
Yeah, I don't. I
I'll
think
give
he
him a
would have
couple
seen
of
you.
minutes.
I think he would have seen you, but that's all right, I guess. We'll pretend like he. Oh, Mountain Time is just the name of the time zone. So you have like CET is Central European Time, right? So Mountain Time is basically.
Excellent. He's fast asleep.
So it might help if I explain other time zones in America. So on the West Coast, Washington, Oregon, California. I think there's a little bit of Idaho. And anyway, basically, Basically, though, the west coast of America, not Alaska, but the big part of America, the west coast is called Pacific time zone. And that goes up into Canada, also like Vancouver and stuff. Or sorry, British Columbia and such. Anyway, so that west coast is Pacific time. One time zone over from that is called Mountain time. And it's called Mountain time because the states that are within that time zone, or I should say many of the states that are within that time zone, are actually states that have part of the Rocky Mountains in them. So the Rocky Mountain Range is the biggest mountain range in North America. And so many of the states that are in that time zone have some of the Rocky Mountains in them. Like Colorado, which is where Denver is, the west, maybe 2/3 of the state is Rocky Mountains. There are settlements there, but it's mostly Rocky Mountains, like the west 2/3 of the state. Anyway, so Mountain time is is the time zone for where most of the states within that have some of the Rocky Mountains in them. So that's why they call it Mountain time. And Mountain time, again, just like Pacific time, Mountain time does also go into Canada. I think Alberta and Saskatchewan are part of Mountain time, I think. Not totally sure. And then in Canada, on the Pacific time, you have British Columbia and Yukon. I think that's it. Anyway, so that hopefully gives you the idea, though. So it's based on places being around or having part of the Rocky Mountains in them.
Apart from me, nobody's checked in today. Okay, Murray's asleep. Now I can get to the boxes. But without a key or a lock-picking tool or something like it, I'm not going to be able to open the box with Angelina's letter in it. And I don't want to go looking for the key in Murray's pockets. He'd notice that and would hand me over to the cops right away.
Probably nothing in there, but maybe.
I'd rather chop my hand off than buy...
Yeah, okay. Yeah, no problem. Yep. Yeah, the United States, I believe, has... I think we've got 6 time zones. So we have Eastern is like where New York and Florida and, Virginia, all those states are. Okay, the East Coast, that's Eastern time. Central time is like where you have anything from about like Illinois with Chicago and such, all the way over to Texas is considered Central time. West of Texas is going to get out looking in his pockets. Don't know. But I don't think I have anything. I mean, I could use a knife, but I don't think that's going to work, right? Yeah. No. Use a sparkler. Sparkler, the only way you'd use a sparkler on that is if you lit it on like with a match. But 1, he doesn't want to just light the match. But 2, that would totally wake Murray up. There's no way that would not wake him up. Okay, well, so Murray's asleep, I guess, the rest of the night. So if I do some other stuff and end up finding something I can use to pick locks, then I guess I could come back. I'm assuming, I guess just in case. I just in the very unlikely scenario, I'll save it here. So if for some reason I leave and I come back and he's awake, like it wore off somehow. Again, I don't expect so. I think it's going to be all night. But just in the off chance, then I could just reload and go, okay, well, I have to stay in the hotel. I don't want to, it wouldn't be totally game over, because I would just reload X49, but... Okay. That said, though, I don't know what I would do if I leave the hotel. It's a room key. It's not going to work for a box. Yeah. That's cabinet for the museum, so no. We already did that. No, 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 no. None of this stuff. So it's got to be something, and I have no idea what. But it's got to be something we don't have. I didn't complete my thought. Obviously, it's something. It's got to be something we don't have. But I have no idea where to look to find it, I guess, is kind of what I was saying. Yeah, I did not miscalculate, right? That's a week from. Is that this weekend or the week after? It's the weekend after, right? It's the first weekend in November is when it moves, I think, right? If it's this weekend, then I have to, make sure that I don't mess up my sleeping schedule as a result. I have to double check also, by the way, but I believe last year, in the first half of the year, so in the first half of 2022, I believe the United States Congress voted, and in the United States, we're doing away with daylight savings. So we will not keep backing up and going forward each year. We just have the one time that's coming up, and then we're done, I believe. If I'm not misunderstanding and not misremembering, I believe that's true. So we'll see for sure, but I think this is the last time we will do the change in the United States. We just don't see the point in doing it. Because the whole idea of daylight savings originally was to allow more light during times of the year. So if you kept the same clock all year round, in the winter, it was dark more of the time, so you had less time to do anything out in the light of the day, right? And it costs energy to use things like electricity or to light lanterns or any of that stuff, right? And so the idea is, you would, instead of using energy, they backed up an hour, so then you would have that time more in the sunlight, and so you could do more stuff during the day, not have to use as much fuel. Especially useful for things like in wartime. But nowadays, because everything, generally speaking at least, seems to be plentiful enough, and we're used to managing things better, I guess, or something. Anyway, we don't really see the point, so we're doing away with it. It's definitely tonight there. Great. I'll have to look and make sure I don't mess up my timing then. I do know that back in the 2000s when George W. Bush was president, it got changed so that in the United States we started backing up our time later in the year, like a couple of weeks later or something. But again, I don't remember a lot of the specifics on that. I really should look and make sure, because I don't want to have my sleep schedule thrown way off because I did not calculate daylight savings. I don't know though. Every single year I've done it the same way. This same way that I'm doing it this year, and I've never had a problem with the timing being right. So I think it's later for us here. Pretty sure. So is there something in here that I would use? How am I going to get a key from him without rifling his pockets? I have no idea how I'm going to do that. There's nothing in her room. There's nothing out here. Doesn't want to go to his own room. There's nothing out here. How? So strange. I don't know how I'm going to figure that out. Presumably we'll get a flashlight or something at some point and we can use batteries. Although these are not the kind of batteries you use for flashlight. Those are more for something like a... I don't even know if you do them anymore these days, but like a portable tape player or something that they would have had in the time of the game. AA batteries, normally. For something like a flashlight, you'd use more like D batteries. But is that for you? Because it says 0400 to 0300. Looks like that's for European. Okay, now I'm going to check because I really want to make sure I'm not missing it. No, I want to do this. Yeah, in the United States, it's November 5th. Yeah, it's 1 week out for us. So in the United States, it is next weekend, not this weekend. That's what I thought, but I wanted to make sure that I wasn't going to be thrown off. And that's pretty much why, right? That's pretty much why it works out for me to do the time on Halloween that I typically do, because it's not the same for us. And so I can do Halloween with the planning that I've done previously and not had a problem. Okay. Murray. There has to be something around here I could use. Why?
I'm gonna keep this portrait of Angelina.
Okay, so useless except that he's fanboying over her, which is fine, I suppose. Let me get a lockpick, though. Yep, I agree. Well, for current times, it's madness, right? Like I said, it did have a purpose at one point in time, but it's been pointless for decades now. I think it was during World War One, I think, is when they first implemented it, but I don't remember for sure. But I think it was during World War One, and that was mainly because, you know, all the world was at war, and so, well, not all the world, but a huge part of the world was at war, and so they had concerns about wasting fuel that they could use for other things like moving trucks and things in the war.
Evening.
Huh?
I need to open a locked cupboard. Could you help me with that?
Me? What makes you think that?
Bobby said something.
The fat idiot ought to keep his gob shut.
Now then, can you help me out?
Call a locksmith. You can buy drink from me, nothing else.
Let's have a beer, Tom.
Sure, if you're paying for them both. Just 'cause I own the place doesn't mean I drink for free.
Sure, that's a no-brainer.
I bet that's not how it usually works. What, does he actually put money in his own till every time he gets a beer? I don't think so.
What's up? Why aren't you drinking?
I'm not so fast.
Haha, Yanks, can't handle proper beer, eh?
Tom, you didn't want to have a drink today.
Shut your gob, Spacko.
I do not know what that nickname means. I don't think I want to repeat it. It's probably some slur.
You're supposed to be real handy, so I've heard.
There's something in that.
Yeah.
My dad had a workshop. I used to help him a lot. I was already tuning mopeds even at 10 years old.
Really? I've got 2 left hands. I can't even crack a simple lock.
Nice try. But I'm not that boozed up. And I'm not an idiot like him over there.
Sure you're not.
Why don't you have yourself another beer? It's on me.
You don't have to ask me twice.
Please don't.
Bobby's like, this is not gonna end well.
Now tell me, Tom, just theoretically speaking, how could I crack a lock in an old safe?
They're not so easy to crack. For a start, you need the right tool.
And that would be...
A lock-picking tool.
Aha. And only theoretically speaking, I could get one of those from you?
Do you think I'm a burglar?
I think you'll want the 50 pounds that I'll give you for it.
Get out of it. Go on. Off with your mate, Bobby. You make a lovely couple. A right pair of tots.
70 pounds?
I want 200 quid.
200?
I haven't got that much.
Loser. Then you're not getting that too. You're all losers. Just using me.
Have another beer then.
I'd like to bet you couldn't drink 3 pints back to back.
You pay, I'll prove I can.
Okay. Go.
And Darren's just sitting there, doo-doo-doo-doo, watching him drink.
There you are.
I somehow suspected that wouldn't be a problem for you.
He's drooling on the table now.
Are you a burglar, Tom?
What bollocks? It's all lies. You don't get decent people stealing.
Exactly. Then you also don't need a lockpicking tool then, do you, Tom?
Peace off, you wanker. Get out. Give me some peace. Off you go. And take that idiot with you too.
I'm only going once you've given me that tool. Here, 50 pounds, and I'll bring it back to you.
It's not my fault, you know. It's Bobby. If he wasn't like he is, things would be better. They all left me on my own. They only left me that animal. How could a decent person get on like that? With such a millstone around their neck.
The tool, Tom?
Thank you.
Not my fault.
I'll take him home.
I'm really sorry, Bobby.
It's okay, Darren.
And Bobby's like, no. Tom, you idiot.
I feel like the world's biggest asshole.
No, that would be Tom, to be perfectly frank. Alright, now we can go. We're here. Unless he says he doesn't know how, in which case we have another hurdle to overcome. Oh, mini game, huh? Perfect. Okay. Let's see. How am I? Wait, what? What? I don't understand where I'm going to be inserting it to try to figure out. Hang on. I kind of still don't see, but okay. Still didn't go far enough, did it? Okay, so I guess I need to go below this. Wait. How far down do these go? They need to just be under this threshold, or is it something more? I don't know. Let's... Oh, I see. So it has to slide enough. So where is this supposed to... Oh, do I have to get in here as well? I don't know what I'm trying to do here. Do I have to go below the red line? Thanks. Or is it just that I do this at the end and I'm going in there maybe? I don't know what the objective is. No. Yeah, still that'll run to that, so that's can't be right. Oh, I have to go different depths depending on this, I guess. So how far do they go right now? Let's see. How far down is that? No, I feel like that's wrong. Hang on. Maybe not. I don't think that's right, but let's see. Okay, hang on one more time. So this has to be below, maybe? Maybe that's what it is. Maybe it's that one has to be below. So in which case, I'm going to go down more. Maybe? No, so it's below the red line, so that's not it. Let me watch it again. Okay, so this is below the red line. Maybe these have to be even? If that's true, then I have to come up more. That. I don't know if that's right, though. Like, I don't know what we're trying to... No, that's too much. Okay, let me look. So how far does this... That goes there, but I need down a little bit more? That can't be right. Right, all of these have to go below this. I think. I'm pretty sure. Right? So then... They don't go... Yeah. I'm not sure what the objective is, like where I'm trying to get. They don't go below this. I'm assuming I need to get them below that, but how do I do that without... No. That. This. Too far or too close to each other. I need a little bit farther away. That. Not too far. That. If I do that, I need to just get them the different heights. Okay. See you later, Fovox. Thanks for stopping by. I'll see you Tuesday. Anytime you can make it, if you can make it at all on Tuesday. That would be. I'll put the schedule on Discord as well, but just as a reminder. But the times I'm doing things like Amnesia the Bunker in more of like the late afternoon, early evening. So that hopefully will be a time when you can make it. I'll post, like I said, on Discord, and if it ends up being something that does not work out for you, then let me know and I can do some adjustment as well. Talk to you later. Thanks, Fofox, for stopping by. See ya. Yeah, even though you're not the one doing it, it's still frustrating. Yeah, it can be. Yep. So this needs to go. Can this go lower even? Wait. So if I need to get this lower, how am I gonna? No. No. It's wrong. A little more. Come on. A little more over. No. More like this. And that is. This has to be deeper than this one, right? What if I do this up some? How much? A little bit more, actually. Oops. Something like that to that. That's approximately the right amount, I think. Then this would be only slightly up. So hang on. Hang on. No. Gosh. Stop. Okay, this up. This up a little bit. And then this is it's a little bit. It's probably okay, actually. Nope. We're here more. And then it's up a little bit from that, right? So it's more like that. Let's see. No. How far? Okay, I'll just do them one at a time. How far off are they? That's low, but it's lower than it needs to be, I guess, even. Interesting. So this could actually be here, I think. Unless I'm misreading that. It's something like here. Whoops. That it could be. It's not low enough. Okay, so that's too little. I don't know that it needs to be exactly straight either, right? But so that's below here. Okay, and then the next one is, see, I might need to line them up with the red. Is I'm thinking is maybe more like what I need to do. Not go past, but line up with, which means this is that far too much, huh? Oh, it's this. It's running into this. Oh, I see. All right, let's see what that does. That's almost lined up. That's still technically a little bit too low. Okay, that's lined. Okay, that's in line. So this one now is the next one. Okay, how far over? Hang on. So if I do not this, so it's starting with that, really. And that's way too low? Yeah, that's way too low. It's like that much too low. Okay. I do. Down a little bit, maybe to here. Little bit lower. A little bit too low. Still slightly high now. Yeah, it's challenging, right? And I also don't know if I'm on the right track to solve it. I think so. So this last one. Okay, so how far was this? I was just checking this to make sure this is lined up. This one's up by that much. And where's it touching? Here, right? Yeah. Okay. I think that's not far enough. It might be parallel to this. I wouldn't think so, but maybe actually. Yeah, it's actually up. Oh, no, it's not down far enough. My mistake. That was the problem, was it wasn't low enough. I was thinking of it the opposite from what it needed to be. There we go. Got it.
That's it. The lock's open.
For the first several attempts, I was thinking the red line was where the pistons, or well, the tumblers is what they're called in a lock. What the tumblers had to be lower than, not lined up with. So
That's it. A letter addressed to Angelina Morgan. Oh, you'd better be worth it.
what? Why? Wouldn't you just swoon and fanboy over it because it's Angelina? Thank
A
you.
sealed letter. Angelina's name's on it. It was posted yesterday. Locally around here. I ought to read it. It could get me somewhere. Let's see. If anyone's reading this, then something's gone wrong.
My name is Angelina Morgan, and I'm gathering information about Black Mirror Castle, the Gordon family, and a secret society. I feel under threat and am being followed by a man called Reginald Boris. Please contact the police and Darren Michaels in Biddeford, Maine, USA for further information. I've heard scratching noises coming from beneath my room. I'm scared. I have discovered a space under the floor and was able to decipher the code. The solution was known by two storytelling brothers from Germany, GFT 62 17 1 25. I'm going to throw in this letter and ask Murray for another room. Darren, if you're reading this letter, I've really tried, so I'd like to thank you here for your help. I love you.
Whoa. Jeez. That's unexpected that she loves him. I mean, that's kind of faster than I was expecting, but okay.
No. I would break down if anything happened to her. Noises under her room. Reginald Boris creeping about the hotel. Two storytelling brothers.
The storytelling brothers are probably Tom and Bobby, right? I would think.
Angelina sent the letter to herself. It was her insurance. She knew that if anything happened to her, then this letter would show up. And if nothing happened to her, then she could have simply thrown the letter in the trash. If only that'd been the case. Let's see. If anyone's reading this,
Okay, where
then
is
something's gone wrong.
My name is Angelina Morgan.
Solution
and I'm
was
gathering
known by the storytelling brothers from Germany. Oh, duh, I know. It's not the two brothers in Willow Creek from Germany. It's the Brothers Grimm. So it's a Grimm fairy tale of some kind. I go over here and now go back to the books. Maybe I look up Brothers Grimm story.
How is that again? Two storytelling brothers from Germany. And here's a book. Grimm's Fairy Tales. That's gotta be it. There are 15 selected fairy tales in the contents. The Frog King or Iron Henry. GFT 12, Rapunzel. And so on up to GFT 187.
Okay, so she said the solution is GFT 62 first.
That's exactly what's in Angelina's letter. GFT and then a few numbers. I'll take the contents page with me. Shame about the book, but nobody would have read it in the next 100 years anyway.
And nobody's going to the hotel. All right. Now.
That's the contents from the book The Fairy Tales of Brothers Grimm. There are 15 in total, all numbered in a list. I only know a few of them.
So 62 is the Queen Bee. Okay. Queen Bee. Okay, and then 17, White Snake. And then 1, Frog King, or Iron Henry. And then the last one's 25. 7 ravens. So all animals, of course, because you're going to match up with the symbols on the floor on this, which are also animals.
Let's see.
Okay, 62. Does this rotate? It does. Okay, the queen bee. Where is... That's a bee. Okay, we'll rotate this to 62. 62. Okay. 17. It's a white snake.
That's it. I heard a quiet click.
The others were already in position? I'm surprised. I'm very surprised. I had turned it a few times previously just messing around. I guess I totally just matched them on accident previously. Mostly. Okay. Well, there's that. I don't have a flashlight. Is there going to be light down there? I don't have anything for light, right? No. Okay.
Oh, disgusting stench. That's gotta be the sewers. Or a hole that's being used as a sewer.
The other possibility is that I did not turn them earlier, and I'm not remembering correctly. And it's randomized each game, and I just happened to get a randomized number where I didn't have to do a lot of adjustment. I'm not sure what the answer to that is. Gross into the sewers. Gross. Or maybe he's not going
pitch
down.
black.
Oh.
I can't tell how deep it is, but I think I have to go down there. Angelina's being held prisoner there somewhere. I know it.
Okay, so I have to... What am I going to do? I could light the sparkler, but... Let me save it again, since we've passed this thing. Okay. There's the robe in here. Oh no, I can't access this anymore. We were able to look at the robe before, but we're not going to even be able to look at it, let alone grab it. So that's not going to be the thing. So I guess it must be.
There's just one single match in the box.
Okay, so he does not want to do that. Okay, so what am I going to use for light down there? I'm going to need some kind of cloth or something to make a makeshift torch, I think, right? We're no longer looking at the bookshelves, so we've exhausted that, unless it becomes available again later. Cannot grab the curtains. Just gonna say he doesn't want to go into his own room.
You can't be serious.
He's fast asleep, like a baby.
Hey, my man.
Wake up!
How? What?
Nah, it's about time.
What can I do for you?
We want another room.
The whole corridor stinks of sewage.
Of course.
Oh, sure. We've not talked multiple times. Just ignore me and don't say hi. Rude. Rude, rude, rude. Maybe one of these lights up. I think there was something about that earlier, but I don't remember now.
Huh. Lights up in 3 different colors.
There we go.
Oh man. I hate to buy this thing, but I need light, and I need it now.
An excellent choice, sir. A tribute to your good taste.
Just shut it.
He's like, I don't need any lip from you.
The battery's fit and I've got light. So, let's go down into the underground. It
Okay.
really is the sewers. Pretty ancient for sure. More than 100 years old. I can see water, and there's some steps in the wall.
Okay, so go. Was I not supposed to go down there? Lightning strike right as I go? That does not bode
Oh,
well.
man. This is not an inviting place.
Yeah. Seriously. Oh yeah, I should check my diary and see what I've done / need to do. Let's see. This was the thing with the clue. Angelina really did climb down into the sewers, or someone carried her down. There must be some evidence of it. Some sign or something that belongs to her. Yeah. Dead. Willow Creek. Willow Creek is on the way down. A series of murders 12 years ago got so sensationalized they all had world lusting after the gruesome detail that led to a small tourist boom. So the decline has been felt all the more heavily now the tourists are staying away. Gordons have ruled over the area for centuries.
Oh, man. I'm scaring myself here. Damn fake soul key.
I'm in the middle of reading this. Seriously? This is going to happen while I read. Awesome. Okay, well, there we go. We're going to get jump scares while I read this. Gordons have ruled over this area for centuries, but it may well soon be over for them. Probably no big loss. Last generation seemed to be made up of psycho killers, sadistic doctors, and heaven only knows what else. Angelina's secret message. Reginald Boris is in Willow Creek. You must have followed her, or is it a coincidence? It's got something to do with his group with the tree symbol, and they've got something with here, or they've got something to do with here in Willow Creek, I think is what it's supposed to say. Maybe this place is their base, and I've sent Angelina into the lion's den? Brave, stupid girl. She didn't just take a look around. Looks like she started digging real deep. She's a bloodhound. I just hope that she didn't get too careless when she was doing all this sniffing about. The Order? Angelina warned about the Order. She found out it was some kind of brotherhood with some possibly sinister aims. Sounds plausible to me. Brotherhoods and mask wearers I'm familiar with sure aren't up to any good. And then they start burning crosses. Then I'm sure of it. Yeah. So this ends up being the Ku Klux Klan, yeah. This is not going to be the Ku Klux Klan. That's an American-based thing. This is not. This is England. This is not going to be with the Klan. That Klan junk is all like, we hate the fact that the slaves are free garbage. Anyway, Miss Valley knows what's going on with the Order, and judging by her strong reaction, it's nothing very jolly. The Order is mentioned in the Chronicle of the Gordons. If they're mentioned in a book like that, it must be pretty ancient, and back then, a really significant organization. Unfortunately, I need to be able to leaf back into the book if I want to find out more. I'm annoyed. I've not slept for over 24 hours, but do I look so awful that tramp had to call me death? The folks around here are superstitious, even an educated woman like Miss Valley. They believe that misfortune comes to the village every 12 years. Maybe that's why the little lady's so nervous. It's 12 years since the murders happened, and one of those being her brother. So obviously there's that too. Angelina's insurance, quote unquote. But what's she doing? How could she climb down into dark passageways just to gather some information for me? She must have known well that she was getting into danger. Otherwise, she wouldn't have sent this insurance to herself. That could be dangerous. Okay. So that's where we are, I think. Didn't like the sewer section? Oh, yeah? Was there something... Oh, I don't know why I saved it again. I don't need to save it. We're not going to worry about it. I don't need to save it again. It's fine. I can always just climb back down. All I did was read a book entry, basically. Around the corner. I don't see anything on the floor or in the water or anything to look at. So, I guess we're just heading. Can't imagine. It's gonna laugh any second. Is it confusing? Yeah. I mean, you make something that's kind of like a maze, and it makes sense it could be confusing. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna I make myself a little map here so I don't get lost. Hang on. I've done this like historically for years when I play games that do that kind of thing. They give you some kind of a maze to have to go through. I always make myself a map, unless it seems pretty simple. But like in Darkness Within 2, I think it seemed simple enough that I wasn't confused, but down here it could easily be so. I was close to making a map in Darkness Within 2, but then the sewer, I guess, or whatever path would dead end and I'd have to turn around, so it wasn't that bad actually. Okay. So we have the entrance, okay. And then we've gone around the corner to the left. We could also go to the right, I guess. Climb up there, sure. And back that way. Let's see what's up first. Maybe it'll be nothing we can't.
There's an iron ladder on the wall. I ought to be somewhere under the car park or thereabouts. There's a metal cover at the top of the ladder. It's not gonna move an inch.
Okay, so we'll go here. I guess what I'll do is this. I'll do like little squares. There's up, and I'll put an X through up, meaning you cannot go through there. Or actually, what I should do is this. I'll do a U, and I'll put a little circle slash through it, meaning you cannot go that way. Okay, and then the other options are either continue left or go right. Let's continue left for now. See if there's anything to examine around here, though. So far, no. Okay, we'll go left. Keep going left. Oh, front left, back right, and then this would be front right, yeah. Interesting. Okay. Let's see if I see anything around here. If there are going to be a bunch of clues in these corridors, that's going to take quite a while to get through this area because I'm going to have to do a lot of examining and stuff. But I don't know what to expect, so I'm going to be taking time because I obviously don't want to miss if there's some clue on the ground or something. That'd be a mistake to just go do right past it. You're just going to have to look for it again later, right? So you might as well just the first time you go through there. Okay. So that one is more like that. Okay. So go front. I'm doing this wrong anyway. Really what I should be using is something like a pencil so I can erase and redo instead of have a pen and now I suddenly can't make sense. Okay, give me 1 second. I'm going to get another piece of paper and I'm going to use pencil so I can erase if I've made a mistake or if something is different than what I expect so that I can make sure I don't have to keep redoing the whole map or something because I messed something up. Give me 1 minute here. I also have to go to the bathroom really fast, so I'll be right back. And then I'll have the pencil and eraser as well when I get back. All right. Don't use them a whole lot these days, of course, because of technology and everything. But I am an old school guy, so I've got number 2. If I could take a test, I've got a sharpener in case that pencil lead breaks or whatever, and then I've got my big fat eraser if I make a mistake. Okay, let's redo the map that I had before a little bit. So I haven't gone very far at all, so it's not hard to do. Okay, so we're gonna say that's actually already my first mistake. That's too wider than the one should be if I'm gonna do comparative, because this one's bigger than the other. Okay, so this one's more like this. Okay, and up, circle, no. And that was coming from the side, right? Yeah. Coming from there. And that basically is the entrance. It's on the left side, but I think the only way we could go was out to the T. Okay, and then from here, we went left again. And it's like a longer, something like that. It's like too wide, actually. Like this. Okay. That. Okay, so there's a way to the right in the back, way to the left in the back, and a way to the left in the front. And then we came from the left, or from the right in the front over here. Let's stick with staying as close to front and left as we can each time. And then when we run into dead ends, we'll kind of backtrack from there and make our way back. So we'll do this first. We're going to end up walking into like where there are cultists or something, and it's going to right in time, and they're going to come and attack me. Okay. So this, we came from here. So it's another, but it's like flipped. Okay. So this one is like this. And so we have back left, front right, yeah. Some of these look like, because the stones are pushed out, so they almost look like you could lean on the stone or something and get something to happen, but it doesn't look like it, right? You hover over them and there's nothing. I did say as much forward and left as possible, so I guess we'll do this for now. Just keep with that general trend, but like I said, as we continue far enough, obviously I can switch to something else. Oh. That would have been what? Because it turns around. Yeah, hang on. Okay, so if we're here...
I've already just been here. I think I've gone around in a circle.
No, I literally had you go back here. So front left. He's facing like this. Okay. And he comes out this way, which means all of this is flipped. So instead of going back, it's going to go down on my thing. And that, this is the top right, basically, for that. Is there anything else back here? No. Just going to the right. Okay, and I'm not seeing anything in all this trash to examine. I really feel like most of this probably is just maze and there's nothing important other than just where you're walking, but, you know. I'll do that. And this. Actually put that inside the box. That'll be easier. I'm noting to myself on this particular screen that the view is flipped. So when I come here, if like later on, if I won't forget that, oh, it's opposite, so it is still. So this here, that's front right, right? Because it's flipped around, because he left this way, but he enters facing this way, which means you have to say he came from here, right? So he's going like this. So then when he enters, you take that and you move it around. He's entered from here, and so this, anyway, you get the idea, I think. Hopefully you do. Anyway, makes sense to me in my head. So, okay, so I want to go to the right. Yep, which is actually left. Here it's right, but in actual path, it's left. Okay, and we have another one of these. So it's again, we're entering from here, which is actually, instead of front left, it's back right. So there's that and those. Okay, so again, view, still, flipped. Okay. So I don't want to take over here, because this, instead of going back, it actually is going forward with a flipped view. So I want to stick to this. So, and this would be back right is actually bottom left. I can see why you said it's confusing, because they flip it on you and stuff. It's like, wait, what now? How is that? And things like this look exactly the same. So there are two possibilities, actually. It's either they're actually messing with you and like saying there's magic, and so you teleport when you don't, or when you don't think you do, or these are all flipped and so it messes with your head. And I'm not sure which is true, to be honest. So We're going to keep mapping as if, but at a certain point, I think this is going to be... In fact, what happens if I go back here? Yeah, see, that's still consistent with what I saw. He came to the back right, which is where I had gone, which is going to be the bottom left. So that's right. It's still... Yeah, I think that's correct. So this is, again, like this. And same thing again. Go back left, back right, front left. So we'll go back right again. Like I said, this may all be wrong. I don't know. I don't know what they're doing with it in the game. If they're doing some trick with it or if it's just... Yeah, horrible sewer tour, yeah. I never want to go here. Okay, this is different. Okay. So back right, which is bottom left, ended up with... I don't know how I want to note this. But let's see. If you went there... Yeah, this is down. Basically, the thing goes like that and down. And it's... I'm going to do a little this bar thing. And I'm going to do this. Sewer. And I'll put it in quotes, gate. So sewer gate of some kind is there. Okay.
I don't exactly know what all these grates are for. Maybe they're here to stop all the big pieces of float sand. Or they're here to stop folks breaking into houses from the drains.
Oh, grate, not a gate. Well, close enough, whatever. I've never heard that pronunciation of that. I always heard it flotsam, but I guess it could be floatsam. I suppose. I don't know.
I don't exactly know what all...
Okay. So, we're not doing anything with that. We just see that there is one, I guess. Okay, so that's basically a dead end. Let's go back. We're going to go across to this direction. See if this also dead ends or if this goes somewhere else. It does not dead end. Well, it does dead end, but it's backwards? Why backwards? I don't understand what that's saying. Back or backwards? What? I'm going to go over to the backwards over there. That doesn't make any sense. But okay. Okay, so this also goes down and effectively there's a dead end. I can't go over this way, right? Yeah. It's just back or this. I don't know what that means. Well, I'm not concerned about it, I guess. I don't care. Okay, let me just do this. Excuse me. See if there's anything around on the ground. Nope. Don't think so. Okay, let me try this and see what it says. What he says about it. Yeah, I don't know what the backwards was about. Like, why is back part? Oh, forwards in the little... Well, that's fine, I guess. Okay, so this actually ended up going... I guess it's just like a longer... It's dead end still, but it's like a longer... Bit of a longer... tunnel, I guess, or whatever. Forwards, which I'm not going to do right now. Yeah, so there's a wooden beam.
Huh. A piece of timber about 1.5 feet long.
I'll just throw that in my pocket. He's walking around. This giant board sticking out of his pocket. Okay. Yeah. So 1.5 feet long. So what? It's like maybe 0.4 meters or something like that. Like 0.35, 0.36, somewhere in there. It's like a little over 1/3 of a meter. See anything else up here though? So yeah, okay. I guess we're going back. I want to make sure I'm not missing with these symbols. See, these look like symbols, but you know, they repeat, and he doesn't say anything when you hover over them. So I think it's just like basically like a design that the creators of this game made in some of them, just to make them look off and like a little bit like they worn or something or whatever over time. Okay, so we'll go back. Yeah, and then oh, there's a hole. I did not notice the hole before. Okay, so and then we'll go back here. Let's look at the hole first. Not this side, just this side. Okay.
Ah! I hate rats.
Yeah, I'm sure rats are big fans of you too. That's why they scurry away, because they're super comfortable having humans near them. The biggest problem with rats is that, depending on the circumstance, right? But they'll eat anything, and so if they get super hungry, that becomes a big problem, right? Because they'll eat people. That's why during the Middle Ages, when they had the Black Plague, the Black Death, and some people, you know, people were getting sick. There's disease everywhere and stuff. Some people, if they were not careful, well, even outside of the Black Plague, I think. But anyway, if people were not careful, they slept outside, they'd have their feet, if they didn't have their feet covered or off the floor or something, rats might come up and actually start eating their feet. It was really terrible, right? Really, really horrible. So. So systematic. You can never do that. Yeah, I mean, you have to approach this type of thing very logically, or you'll run around in circles a lot. Chances are, just percentage wise, you will eventually work your way out of a place, but the chances are pretty low, so it will take you quite a while to do it. Unless you go about it in some kind of a systematic way, yeah.
No way I'm putting my hand in there.
So don't put your hand. What about the board? No. What about this? No. Sparkler? Lockpick? No. None of this stuff, huh? Alright, well, maybe at some point, but it looks like we're not doing anything with the hole right now. I'll mark the hole on there just so that I know. Hole. Okay. So there's a hole to be examined possibly at some point. Let's go back here. Brings me back. We'll be on the... And then the rat goes, I'm going back. Except it's not the direction I came from, but that's fine, I guess. Stuff. Okay, so we just came back from here, yep. So we came originally from here. So we've been over here. This is where the grate was. Over here's where the hole and the board was. We came from over here. So this is the only way we've not gone yet. On this screen. Just on this screen. Obviously, elsewhere, there are plenty of places we've not gone yet. Oh. Okay. Go to the right. Upwards. Oh, this is back to the entrance? What the? What? Okay, now they really are doing some kind of magic trick. This should not go back to the entrance. Look. The entrance is over here. This is the entrance right here. We're all the way over here, and it's saying this is going to go to the entrance? How? How does that go to the entrance? How? That does not make any sense. Damn it. Son of a... Really? Okay, I'm going to put a... question mark, question mark. Question mark, question mark. I don't see how that would be, how that would work though. Because we went this way to get back to, so let's see, if I go back here, so back through here again. Whoops, I did that wrong. Crap. I made a mistake on my map, just barely made a mistake. I want to fix it before I get too far and then confuse myself later. Not there. That's not where that's the same room, quote unquote. It's this one. Which would be this. Supposedly this to the entrance. Right? So weird. Okay, and then don't want it that way then. Almost ready, sorry. This. Oops. I should do this. It's gonna go to E again. That gets the question marks, not the other one. And then, so we came from the top left, up. There's an up. Let's try that and see what this does.
There's an iron ladder on the wall. I ought to be somewhere under the car park or thereabouts.
Yeah. He says this, so this is literally the same spot we were at just before. How in the crap is that the same? I don't even...
There's a metal cover at the top of the ladder. It's not going to move an inch.
Okay, I think I know what happened. I think I know what happened. I'm pretty sure I know what happened. I think I know what happened. I think I understand now. So when we got to that one view where it was flipped, it literally is like reversed. So that would take us back to there. Let's see if that makes sense. So if that goes there, that took us there, huh? Going out there goes there, which goes there, which goes there, yeah. Yep. Okay. So flip that up, which would be this one. So I now believe that goes there. Okay, hang on. We'll start over again, just briefly to make sure that it is what I believe it is. Okay. Okay, so we have Angelina's room.
Angelina's hotel room is waiting up there. I'm gonna climb out of this hole together with her, or not at all.
Okay, fine. Okay, so we're in the entrance. Okay. Go over here around the corner. Okay, we were here. That's correct. Okay. So if we go over here, go basically left from here. Okay. We come down here. That's right. Okay, when we go over here, I'm just going to explain this as I go so you get an idea of what's happening. Hopefully it'll make more sense. But if it doesn't, then, I'm sorry. Okay, come out over here. Okay. Now, if you go down here, that's fine. Once you go here, okay, now things are flipped. So if I go here, it's not this room that's flipped. It's the next room you go to, basically exiting from here. I mean, this is flipped, okay, but it's going out of here is flipped. So in other words, what that means, let me redraw this. Okay. That. That. And this. Okay. So, this actually takes you over here. And if instead I go back where I came from, right? So if I go down here, let's go back to the flipped room. Yeah. Yep. That's so weird. That actually is not logical in reality, but that's how the game's doing it, so. Okay. How am I going to write this better? Okay. We're doing it like this. Redo this slightly just so that it's easier to follow exactly the pattern it's using. I only need to redo one room though. It's not a huge deal. Give me 1 second here. Okay. So this. Okay. Okay, so no, it's too close. It's too close to write that symbol. I see it at the same time I do not. That's right. Well, don't you fret. I will have this in just a second here. If I can draw it in a way that will be more understandable. Okay. This goes over here. Okay. This, however, keep redoing, trying to make it so that it is easier to follow. All right, I think I figured it out what I need to do. So I actually want to do it like this. Yeah. Okay. it is not logical if this were reality, but it's fine for like a puzzle for this game. Right? It's fine if they play around a little bit with this so that it makes it more confusing or challenging for the player. That's all right. All right, and then if I instead, so we go back to here, it's fine. Okay, we come out here. Now, if I go bottom right here, where does this go? Does this go somewhere new, or does this go back to that same room? We'll find out here in a second.
Oh, that stinks.
He didn't say it stank before. Makes me wonder if that means that we're somewhere new. I'm gonna suspend judgment on that for a second. Let's go here. If this goes where I think it's gonna go, then I'll know. But if it doesn't, then we've got something new. Let's see. Wait there. That feels like that's something new. Okay, I do have to draw these other things back, so hang on. So that was off of entrances there, which means up and to the right of there is that. And it's this with a grate. Okay, and then the up and to the left was that. And there was just put that underneath, actually, because that, if you ever get through there, then we'll want to do that. So hang on. Okay, and then that was the whole. Okay. So this is potentially this one. So it's back to here. Okay, so this was one of these. Stinks, I'll say. Because I think this is a new room. That was a new room. I wasn't sure, but I think that was a new room, which means then we're doing that and this. This. Back left, back right. Let's stay on this front and see what this does.
It stinks especially bad in this section.
So it is, but this just goes back there. Okay, so if I go back here again. Yep. If I go over here, he's gonna say it stinks. Again. Or whatever. Or maybe he might not say it, but it'll be the same one where we were before.
Oh, that stinks.
Yeah. Okay. So, top left here. There's another one of these things? Jeez. Okay. Let's go back. Hang on. I go back. What's top right?
It stinks especially bad in this section.
Oh. Interesting. Really? Go down here. So that is not the same thing.
It stinks especially bad in this section.
Wow. I was wrong about that. Does not go back yet. Those two do. Interesting. Okay, so this was this. I'll say really stinks. Okay. So I went... Yeah. Down to the right really stinks. Goes to... Or down to the right from here goes to really stinks. Up and right from here.
It stinks especially bad in this section.
Goes there as well. The left side, yeah. I remember just how I went back and forth in the sewers until I got all the necessary tasks done, then came out and it felt wonderful. Unfortunately, don't remember what was supposed to be done there. That's okay. Okay, so that was bottom and left from that second one. 1, 2. Interesting that is not... Huh. Really? Maybe I didn't go far enough down on that, but I don't want to keep redoing it. So, we'll say is... Stinks. Okay, and then that to this. This. Really stinks. That is this. Interesting. That is so weird. Like, you would never figure this out on your own normally. Like, what the heck? Yeah, I do have to redo this. Okay. That goes up there. Okay. Sheesh. That's not even remotely straight. That's not even remotely straight. Hang on. Almost done. Sorry. Okay, that. This. Okay. That is from there. This one goes to here. Like that. However, if it goes straight, it goes to Stinks. This then goes to this. And this is really Stinks. And that is this. Wow, that's a thing. That is a thing, apparently. Wrestle Middle Bar. Oh yeah, I'm gonna go back there. I just want to make sure there are not any other. There's still a couple of, not many, but there are a couple of paths I have not investigated yet. So, okay, which one was this? This was back is what?
It stinks especially bad
Especially
in this
bad
section.
stink. Okay, that's right. Which means coming in here, which means if I go over here, it'll come out in the bottom. That should be the bottom front. So, the back, right?
Now I'm
No,
in the
it's
same
bottom.
section of the tunnel I've just been in.
Yep. Yep, okay, so back left, I think is the way we've not gone on this yet. Which has nothing in it. It's just another one of these. Okay. So if I keep going left from here, or right, depending on if this is flipped or whatever, but aha! And then these are stairs of some kind. I am going to redraw this slightly and just kind of indicate that this is... Hang on. We'll say this goes here. And that's like that. But then this, we'll do a dotted line. Comes out. Oops. Can't remember too hard. I want to wreck the finish of the book itself. It's this. Iron bar. Yeah, there's an iron bar here I'll grab. So, let's see. I will say, just do this. So, iron grate was there. And then these equal short steps. Okay. And there is here iron bar. Okay. Yeah, I had not gotten the metal bar. What I had found before was the wooden beam. So I'll grab the metal bar now, for sure, since that's something to grab.
Hey, there's a metal bar on the wall. I'm taking it with me. You just never know.
This is like George Stobbart from Broken Sword, taking like that gum and keeping it, or was it a worm? Anyway, keeping it in his pocket like half the game until he finally found a use for it. Gross. Anyway, okay, so we got that. Don't see anything else to be taken here. Now you're wandering through here with this while doing a puzzle. So it's like, are the devs trying to annoy me? Okay, so go this way. Now. Oh, and then back to the entrance. Interesting. Oh. So if I go back, it's just those steps then, right? Yeah. Interesting. Okay, so I didn't need to do all of that. That ends up going to here. Oh, I don't want to put that there, though. Up above. Bar. Okay, so that actually is that instead. So how I had it before was better, but I didn't know, right? So here, this, and then this up just slightly. Do this. Around to there. And then this is. Interesting. That is trippy. They do a couple of, by the way, this doesn't go where you think it's going to go things just to make it tricky for you. Huh. Clever. Clever girl, as they say in Jurassic Park. Clever girl. Okay. Oh, yes, I see what you're saying. Yes, that's correct. I thought you were meaning this metal bar that I just acquired. But yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah. Lift them, probably. No, it's good. But yeah, I know what you're saying now. Yeah, that's right. I think that's correct. Okay, so I'll go back here. Be back basically close to the entrance. Okay, there's the up to the car park. So if I go over here, so come bottom left here, then I go top right over here. Yeah. Now we'll try this on here first. And if that doesn't work,
I can't open the grate with the wooden beam.
Maybe the metal bar, and then wooden beam underneath, maybe to hold it. Maybe.
Seems to be holding.
I'm gonna probably try to put the wooden beam there just in case. Unless he just goes automatically or something. Yeah, no. Wooden beam. Yeah. Okay. Just in case, I'm gonna save it. But I think we're good. That's fine. I'll create a new one. Alright, so I've got a new one called that. Yep. Okay, good. I had a suspicion this might collapse on me or something, yeah. I didn't know, but I had my suspicions. I'm like, why have both of them? Worst case scenario. I try to use it and it says he's not going to use it, and then I just whatever, it's fine, right? But I figured they give you two different things down here, so if you don't use that, you're in trouble. So the map's not super complicated, but there are a couple of places where they switch it on you, which makes it more confusing.
A real
Definitely.
dream. Angelina will be able to tell from 100 yards off that I'm coming to her rescue.
She came through the same area, so she probably, if nothing else, you don't smell
If
any worse than
Angelina
she does,
is here,
probably.
then she's definitely got to be on this side of the grate.
Oh, now you have more to figure out? Fantastic. Okay, well. Okay. Boy. This is... Front left is going to go back to the grate, I assume. Well, let me get rid of all this now that I have on the other side, and I'll use this other side of the paper for this side of the grate. Just one more second here to finish erasing what I wrote earlier. It's been so long since I used the pencil. No way I'm going to use the eraser that's on the pencil. The eraser on the pencil will just smear and stuff at this point, I'm sure, because it's old enough. But this other eraser, this one that's separate, I had it stored away where it's not really exposed to air as much, so it should last a lot longer, and it seems to be fine, so. All right, so we're on this side now. Let me just, well, let's start here, okay. So, this, and, say, from grate to there, okay. If I go back here, this go back to the grate, right? Yeah, okay.
If Angelina is here, then she's definitely got to be on this side of the grate.
Okay, so that's, so far that's fine, okay. We'll go bottom right. From here, oh, this is a taller room, so I better do that. Make it taller so I can do the other exits as well.
Ah, it stinks especially bad in this section.
Wait, shut up. But it stank especially bad on the other side of the grate. Do not tell me that this goes back. Really? We'll find out here in a second. Okay, he came from over here. Back over here. If I go over here, it's back to the grate. Yeah, okay. So it's not the same.
If Angelina is here, then she's definitely got to be on this side of the grate.
But he says the same thing, so it makes it sound like...
Ah, it stinks especially bad in this section.
Jeez. Okay. So it stinks especially bad. We'll say that for that text. Okay. So I go over here. Hang on, actually. Since we needed to get the iron bar and the wooden beam earlier, let me just make sure there's nothing I'm missing. I don't think so. Okay. Just diversion those talks? Yeah. Could be using that just to trick you. Yeah, that's right. It's definitely possible. Okay, this supposedly comes out. Now, did that go back to there, or did that go... let me see. If I go down here, is this going to be back to the same stinks especially bad?
It stinks especially bad in this section.
Okay, so that just is there. This is going to come out top, the back right in this next room. Yep, so this is just a big loop. This is just a big loop on this side. Okay. So it's got to be over here because this is back to the grate. If I go here, it's the grate. Yep. Okay. So
if Angelina
it's just
is here, then she's definitely got to be on this side of the grate.
back left because the other's just a loop. Okay. That's another one of these. Nothing to grab or examine or anything along those lines. Okay. Let's go to the right. Which on the map turns out to actually be left, but because again, we're in the front part, so it's upside down. Oh, and another one of these in a row. Interesting. Over here. Okay. So here is pipe with a chained grate. Okay. This is grate. So that this that it's a chained grate. Okay, and then there's a pipe. Technically, it's on that side. Technically. I found the pipe there. Okay. My AC chose to come on now, so it wants to blow my paper on the spot where I want to hold it so that it... Okay, anyway. Look at the pipe or grab it or whatever it's going to be exactly.
A pipe which goes off downwards at an angle and hangs here. That's a piece of fabric. Could be from a blouse.
I was thinking it was like a pipe, small handheld pipe, not a big...
And it doesn't look
pipe
like
you
it's
could
been
crawl
hanging
in.
all that long. I hope it's not Angelina's. But whose else could it be? The pipe leads steeply downwards. I can't see where it ends. It's big enough to climb into. Now, is she down there? Angelina! Angelina! Nothing.
Enter the pipe. Just make sure there's nothing else on this screen. It's not even going to look at the chain or the grate here. So, I mean, it seems pretty obvious. And bars and stuff, like, across here, clearly they don't want anybody going past there, and we're not going to be able to. So, yeah, it's pretty much here. So I'll save it again. in case there's there hasn't generally been those, but in the first game there's the quick time event when you first come out of the mine where there are the wolves. So just in case I have one of those and I'm not prepared for it and I die, I don't have to redo stuff. I'm still there. So, okay. So we might, depending, might be done with making a map. We'll see once we go down the pipe. Okay, here we go.
I just hope that the pipe doesn't get any narrower down there, and that I can't find a way back outside.
The only other way up was Angelina's room.
Damn slippery, as though somebody had greased the pipe with... Ah!
The only ways up, other than here, maybe, that we found, the only ways up were...
Damn. As if someone has put oil all over the pipe.
You just said
Stupid
that.
soul key is cracked. I can't even see my hand in front of my face. I've still got the camera. The flash might help.
Okay. After that big monologue, I didn't find them annoying. I found them challenging. I didn't find them annoying, but that's just me. But I can see how they could be annoying for a lot of people. What was I going to say? Darren had to yap because he slid down and had to say the obvious. The light's gone out. It was slippery, even though he said it was slippery before going in the pipe. Had to say all that again and make me lose track of my thought. Which was... Damn you, Darren. I can't remember now. Gosh. So stupid. I don't even know. Oh, it wasn't important. But all I was going to say was that from up above at the top of the pipe, where the sewers were, the main part of the sewers were, right? The only ways up were Angelina's room back at the hotel and the place that went to the parking garage, but the grate was locked so he couldn't get out.
That's definitely no longer the sewer. But what's that here? It almost looks like a...
What did he say? Damn it.
And it is, too. I have to get out of here, and I need another light source.
Something down there. Damn it. This gets in the way.
There's
The inventory
something very
thing.
cold lying here. Metal. A pole or a tube.
Oops.
It really is a tube. About 18 inches long and quite heavy. The piece is much too small. I can't even get it wrapped around it. The sparkler will perhaps burn a bit longer than the match, but most definitely not long enough for me to get myself out of here. A metal thing. A bucket. There's something slimy in it. Oil. Stale, old oil.
I put...
That doesn't make any sense. Very little oil would stick to the tube.
Yeah, I need some other cloth. I think.
That's It feels like rough fabric, but much heavier. And it's very long. A hose.
Oh,
Must be a hose.
that's all I was going to say about that. Okay.
There's something like a metal door here. Some kind of handle, but the door won't open.
Okay, let's again. What's this over here?
What's that? Something soft. A cloth.
Oh, I know. Even if it were, I wouldn't care.
Got it.
So maybe this goes around this.
I'll wrap the rag around the bar and wedge it in a bit in the opening. Yeah, that ought to hold it.
Now, I can put that in the sludge, in the oil. Soak it, and then it'll burn for a while.
I'll dip my homemade torch in the oil.
The principle...
It's drenched in oil.
The principle is that the flame will burn the oil before it burns the cloth. That's why you can have it go for a while. Okay, now this.
I'll stick it here in the wall. I don't really want hot oil running over my fingers. Here we go. My last match. Very good.
Water hose bucket with oil in it. Metal door. Switch box. Okay. Water tank. There's a rat down here too, of course.
Some kind of oversized tap. There's a connector for a hose on it. Even with the light on, it looks like a hose. Two huge water tanks. Even with the light on,
Nothing new for that. So I don't know. I guess I'm not connecting these. I don't necessarily have a reason to per se, but because they all kind of line up, I was wondering. Came out of the pipe here.
There really is oil on the floor of the pipe. Presumably the same as in the bucket.
Okay.
A kind of switchboard with a handful of switches and fuses. A kind of switchboard.
I'm gonna put that on our hand and then smash it. Okay.
No wonder I couldn't open the door in the dark. It's been blocked with a pole. And it's a sliding door. The metal rails on the wall and floor give that away. That would suggest that I'm in some kind of a bunker. They're usually sliding doors in bunkers because you can still open them after an explosion. Huh. The door isn't that easy to open. Perhaps I can open the door with that. Nothing's happening. Of course, the door won't open with that there. I'll take it out of the way. Something's happening. Huh. The door...
All right, well, Kissa, thanks for joining me. It's now been 3 hours, so that's going to be time for me today. I need to get my dinner and then get ready for sleeping a lot earlier than normal. So, but thank you for joining me. I appreciate it. It's been fun. I will, if you can make it at all during that time, then I will see you. Where'd my mouse pointer go here? And I will see you in a couple of days. Like today's Saturday, so Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, so 2.5 days, something like that, 3 days. Anyway, so that will be that'll be soon. That'll be soon that we'll be doing the live stream. So that's good. Thanks for joining me. I appreciate it. As always, if you want to chat on Discord, I'll be around. And yeah, just prepare for that. Like I said, on Discord, I should be posting the times for the different games I'll be doing also. Initial times. If you find a problem with the time, then let me know. And yeah, I know you can't promise. That's fine. If you find you can make it and you see something, you're like, ooh, I'd like to see that, but it's the time when I won't be able to do it, let me know. I'll see if I can move some things around in the time so that we can accommodate everybody. Anyway, that'll be it for today. I will be back streaming in about 2.5 days. 2 days and 9 hours, technically. So, thank you for watching. Appreciate the support, as always. And I will talk to you hopefully soon. Even if it's not then, on Discord, or I'll talk to you next weekend. Either way, till next time, peace.
Poor spider.
This freaking boy.
Oh, that's so sad.